To become a pilot after working here at the flying center during the summer and watching a bunch of other kids get their pilot's wings, and I got to fly with a bunch of instructors, and they showed me a lot of fun maneuvers and basically ended up convincing me that I did want to be a pilot.
I've always thought that aviation was very, very cool, and not even just the fact that, oh wow, planes are cool, it's just the science behind it as well.
The best way to get around with managing your time is doing it well before gliding weekend, because gliding does take a lot of time. We come here at 7 and end at 5 if it's a good day.
Learning to fly is stressful and it's very new and not like anything I've ever done, so trying to adapt to everything that you have to be paying attention to. Sometimes I found it hard to be confident that I was doing everything correctly.
Well, it's stressful in the sense that you have to keep thinking on your feet. There's not a moment where you're not thinking. You have to be prepared in the sense that your rope can break any second and you have to land and get back to the ground safely. So it can be stressful in that sense, but you can also enjoy it.
Biggest things that's going through my mind during a flight is making sure that my altitudes and my airspeeds are all right and that I'm not getting too far away from the airport so that I know I can make it back. A lot of the time I'm also taking in the scenery and enjoying everything I'm seeing, everything on the ground, the clouds in the sky, pretty much everything.
When I'm flying, obviously, I'm thinking about what I'm supposed to be doing, so flying the actual plane itself, but most of the time I'm usually just looking around, looking at the scenery and thinking, bro, this is so cool.
On course, when I was learning to fly, I was on, I think, my 15th or 16th solo.
I was flying and I was coming into land. I was on final approach, and my instructor, he was flying in the back seat, and he said, I will demonstrate a forward slip for you. I
ended up very far away from the airport, so when you're coming in for your landing, you have to do a circuit pattern and meet certain altitudes at certain positions, and at the point that I should have been close to the airport and at the altitude I was at starting my circuit, I was very far away.
So he demonstrates it. A few seconds into the forward slip, my canopy flies open and my hat flies off my head. Everything is chaos.
So I decided I needed to take a different runway, and as I was coming in for my landing, I was coming in sideways on a different runway. There was another glider landing like up through here, very long, and they were really high. They had a van on the ground basically chasing the other glider that was landing really far, and a group of kids was running towards me, and in the air it all looked so crazy that I almost didn't know what to do with what was happening.
My instructor closes the canopy a couple seconds later, keeps flying, lands, and then my friends on the ground come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Like, we just heard a huge sound and we just got really scared. And that was probably the craziest thing that happened.
With having confidence while learning to fly and knowing that I could get through that and gaining the confidence to be able to fly an aircraft on my own will definitely help me in anything I decide to do, whether it's more flying or other career paths. But just having that as an entire learning experience, not only learning how to fly, but learning how to be confident in myself and to persevere through challenges will definitely help in any situation in the future.
The best thing that's really come out of this activity is the family I've created. We all come from different regions and we all make the time to see each other, push each other on the flight line, and even when it comes to flying, we empower each other. We're always like, it's okay, get it next time. You'll always get better.
I think one of the best things that's come out of this activity is the friends that I've made. Some of my best friends I met through the gliding program, and I know that they're going to be lifelong friends that I'll keep in contact with forever. Aww.